Well, hey everyone. I just want to share some good news with you guys. This is going to be my first ever video, and I'm hoping to progress to making more, possibly unedited. See how it goes. Not looking to making money or anything like that off it. I got back from a meeting today. Excuse the clothes. I just finished mowing the lawns outside. It's a nice, beautiful day outside. Met this awesome guy today, Des Chettle, and he's from Christchurch here in New Zealand. And he is all for God, and he is absolutely empowering and just awesome. And seeing like the stuff that he does, like he'll walk up to you and he'll just like lay hands on you and pray for you, and like he'll go on a flight here in New Zealand or wherever, and he will just stand up and he will just like pray for everyone or pray for the person next to him on the plane, and it's just absolutely amazing to see that. And for me, I struggle with God, and it's really hard for me to just be for God, and I really want to progress myself to love God and to trust God and to just move with God. And I think that's some sweet. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm wanting to give you guys a testimony about my life, about who I am. So my name is Jacob Kirby Parker. I'm 29 years old, turned 30 in October the 19th. I grew up in Whangarei, currently living in a small town called Hawara here in New Zealand. And when I was a kid, I'd been in and out of church, youth groups and whatnot. Then I decided I wanted to go to church. I gave myself to the Lord so many times, but never pursued God in any way at all, and just gave up. And as time went by, I started to go downhill. I got addicted to drugs at the age of 18. I was living in Palmerston North. I was selling dope. I was slinging meth. I was just in a rut, and I was stuck there. And then I made the choice to move back to Whangarei, and I was still doing drugs. I wasn't smoking meth. I was just smoking weed. I was doing mushrooms, just ruining my life, like the core of my life, my existence. And then I just ended up here in Hawara. I went to live in to go and see someone who stood me up, and yeah, I ended up here in Hawara, which is like 2 hours north of there or whatever. And I met these awesome people here in this town, who have been absolutely supportive towards me. All a part of the same church I go to, Hawara AOG, and it's been absolutely awesome to be a part of that church for the past 6.5, 7 years. So I have a lot of thanks to give to those people. You all know who you are. I'm not going to name names. I was still struggling with addiction. Some of it was adult rated addiction. Some of it was drugs, but not as bad. Alcohol was a huge factor in my life, and alcohol also was a factor as to why I made bad choices. I did a bit of time in prison in 2015 or 2016, and then I ended up on home detention shortly after, and then after that I ended up in prison again for 10 months. And since then I have just tried to progress in life and be a better person and just look at life a little bit more differently. I struggle every day with depression, and I'm trying to not use that as an excuse as to why I do nothing. I know that it can be debilitating at times, and it can be hard, and I'm just really hoping that I can do this without the medication, because I have such an awesome network of friends. Before I went to prison, I used to smoke cigarettes like there was no tomorrow, and I had hit one of my mates up to roll me a cig, and I sat there and I smoked it, and about 20 minutes later I had absolutely no control of who I was, what was going on, and I woke up in hospital, and I was just thinking, what the heck is going on, like, why am I here, what happened? And I'd found out that my heart had stopped. I had just died on the spot. And during that entire trip, like, it was an evil trip, man, and I would not wish it upon anyone. I was on a roller coaster, and I was just going up and down and around in circles, and I could hear everyone that was outside where I was, and I could hear the music on my headphones because I had them looped over my ears, and it was driving me nuts. I couldn't move, I couldn't open my eyes, I couldn't do anything, and it was just horrible. And I saw the devil, and the devil was me, and I'm thinking, hey, if I'm the devil, I really have to fight myself and really give myself to God. And then when I came back from the hell that I was stuck in, I felt this big hand just grab me on the shoulder and just whack me straight back into my body. And that's when the roller coaster stopped. It just went boom and stopped, and I woke up, and I was just like, holy heck. And I have nothing to do with this guy anymore. He smokes synthetics, and I've done them in the past, but not like every day, like once in a blue moon. And mate, that just shook me to the core and really got me thinking, like, okay, I need to give up like marijuana. I need to give up alcohol. I mean, it's hard, and I believe that we all have the power within us to do this if we trust in God. And through God, we can do a lot of amazing things because God loves us. He is not against us. He does not hate us. He does not hate the sinners. As Daz said today, he doesn't hate the sinners. He hates the sin. God cannot hate us. He is not full of hate at all. There's not like a speck of hate in him. He doesn't like the sin. He just doesn't want us to be doing that. And I really do hope that I reach out to someone who has been in the same boat as me. I mean, I don't care if I do or not. I mean, it's always awesome to hear from other people that said, hey man, what you said reminded me of what my life was like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever. It'd be awesome to just know that there are other people that have been down that boat, down that river. It's nuts. Like, I am so thankful for the people that I have in my life today. Without them, I would probably be dead or in and out of prison for the rest of my life. And I'm so glad that I am no longer that person. So from this day forward, I'm going to be trying to give my life to God and possibly do either a daily or a weekly vlog, just like an update and how I am with God and whatnot. And I mean, if you've seen my hand, it's got a tattoo, and right here I've got a banner. It says Galatians 2:20, but it says it this way around. It's not I who lives, but Christ who lives in me. And that is a massive, massive, meaningful verse to me. Because, mate, I struggle with God. And I listen to some brutal, heavy music, and it can't be good. But I'm wanting to change that and listen to some more positive music and just focus on being a better person. So, with saying that, I also recommend that people maybe even go and get this book, Run Baby Run by Nicky Cruz. I read this in prison, and mate, it is awesome. Just read it. It's a really good book. I promise you'll love it. I did. I need to read it again, get a better understanding of it. So yeah, like I said, these videos are going to be unedited, completely raw. Yeah, so if you watch this, thank you very much for watching. God loves you as much as you can ever imagine, even more than you can imagine actually. God bless you all, and I'll either see you tomorrow or next week. Peace.